Yes, we'll turn our attention to sports now, and Ahmad Jopinic joins us this morning. He's Executive Chairman, Delta State Football Association. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's look at this Nigeria Premier League. I mean, it just ended, and Kano Pillars, of course, they defend that title again. And then you also do have Eimba, who finished behind them. But it was kind of interesting the way it ended. Some teams were supposed to go on relegation if they didn't win their matches, and some others stayed on the league having won the matches. How did you see the entire season, the way it played out?
Yes, I'd like to first commend the League Management Committee and company. You know, they've done very, very well. You know, and why I'm saying this without bias or prejudice is because they came at a time where it was almost an hopeless situation for the league. You know, they came at so many problems. You know, they had problems with the club owners, they had problems with sponsors. For the past 2 seasons, there was no sponsor. There are a lot of problems. I wouldn't want to call those problems teething problems because they were very deep problems, you know, but they were able to surmount it with the help of the NFF leadership and the sports minister, you know. Now, what they did is to redefine the league, which they've been able to do. And I can say that to an appreciable extent, they've been able to concretize a base for Nigerian football. But I think there's still a lot to be done, you know, and in terms of 2 major factors, which I call hooliganism and bad officiating, you know, terrible officiating. Those are 2 areas that they still need to look into. And for them to look into those 2 areas, they need a very functional synergy between the Nigerian Football Federation and the League Management Committee. Why do I say that? The synergy is the League Management Company should be given a lot of powers in terms of even discipline, to instill discipline in the league, to instill discipline in team, and the NFF through their O&D should ally immediately, should ally with their position, instead of turning some of the decisions taken, which makes them very incapacitated and makes them seem as if they are toothless bulldog. So if that is done, I believe we're going to stem this issue of hooliganism. We're going to the barest minimum. Then, of course, they also have to address the issue of what I call very fair in terms of media coverage. Because if you look at it, about 10 teams in the league do not have their matches covered. 10 teams in the league.
That's a lot.
That's quite a lot. Most of the teams in the north, the Bayelsa United, the Nimbe, they don't have their matches covered. And to us, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you say the partners, Super Sports cannot go to those areas because of security issues, then it means players and officials cannot equally go to those places. Because if you look at it, in 2009, Wari was denied hosting of the Under-17 World Cup because basically for security issues, you know. And FIFA pays a lot of premium on security. In fact, the players are the key factors. Players number 1, officials number 2, then before you talk about media and all those stuff. Again, look at Pillars now. Kano Pillars, they've qualified to represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions League. And there's the CAF partners are called TV5. TV5, the partner Super Sports to bring their matches live. Kano Pillars cannot tell CAF not to come to Kano to cover their matches. Instead, they will bring an alternate venue where CAF will go and cover those matches. So, like I said, the LMC, they've done very, very well. This next season, they should look at areas. First, they must look at pitches. 2, they should look at, from the beginning of the league, everybody should come, sit together and say, let us define where TV. For example, if week 1, TV is coming to Warri. If we have only 1 TV coverage, TV is coming to Warri. Week 9, TV is coming to Warri. Week 15. So you prepare. Same applies. So, and it must also be the responsibility of the government, the teams, the league management company, and the TV stations to provide security for them. Because this season that we are going to, I've advised my team, you know, they should come out strong and make a presentation that because what are the benefits? What are the benefits? Yes, we want TV to come to Warri. We want to showcase Warri. But what are the benefits in terms of in terms of finance?
Yeah, but this has a way of affecting who wins the league and how teams perform. Because I was checking, Kano Pillars' home record is excellent. but their away record, very poor. And I wonder, well, could it be then that, look, coverage is not going on down there, and then you have the advantage. You could do so many things.
Yeah, I can tell you that for free. They take advantage of the fact that, because the truth is, Kano Pillars is a club that I respect so much, but at least for the last 20 years, they've not lost a match at home. It's not possible. It is completely impossible for a team not to have lost a match at home in the last 20 years. Barcelona, the best team in the world, have lost matches at home. Barca United, this season, did not lose any match at home, and yet they ended +4. Goals difference, +4. Warriors lost 6 matches at home and drew 6 matches at home, lost the match at home, and ended +9. Can you see the correlation? So the other statistics you put in play when you are determining the winner of the league or who has done well, you look at the goals difference. You can't be number 3 in the league and you have +4. It's not possible. So, but once you have TV, and you also take into cognizance how many goals were scored with penalties. How many goals were scored, normal, do you understand? So all these are the factors that they started very well, the League Management Committee, but I think they should be given the opportunity of going further, even in terms of to discipline referees. Immediate and summary dismissal of referees. Once you are found wanting in that game, then, of course, immediately you should be sanctioned.
That takes
because let me tell you something.
Okay.
It's not just affecting the league. It's even affecting the referees themselves. Oh. We are going to the World Cup. Nigeria will be struggling to bring one referee because of the credibility of Nigerian referees. We'll be struggling to bring one referee. Meanwhile, countries like Cape Verde, countries like Burundi, we have referees in the continent, in the Nations Cup, and also in World Cup. But meanwhile, as big as a country as Nigeria, we'll be struggling to have one ARO.
So what is the NFF, the leadership of NFF?
No, because I've spoken to the president severally, and the president is very, very keen on addressing this issue because, like I said, it's affecting him. If Nigerian referees are not on parade in continental and international matches, is in the last question. So he's very, very keen, and I believe they want to change that attitude because, and it's an attitude that must be changed, If you look at it, Gombe United, they didn't lose. They drew only one match at home. They ended -7, and they drew only one match at home. And if you look at the last match they played against Barca United, it's history now because it was a clear goal. Everybody saw it. Your staff in Gombe went and recorded. I'm sure the guy was lucky. If they had seen him, that camera would have been seized or damaged or something.
Because these teams, when they win the league here, they don't just win it here and stay here. They go continental. And so in order to, of course, put it up a very good showing, it should be seen by all that, yes, we want fair and square. And so that's all the more reason why, look, this coverage should actually go to all Nook and Cranny. Yeah,
I believe the plans that are coming up, I spoke with the chairman of the League Management Company, and they are very rich plans coming up. And they are going to start possibly what's called the Friday night football, Saturday morning football. That is first match, Okay. They are trying to see how they can isolate some of our matches from the Premier League, so that people can actually have the Monday night football. They are coming up with, I can tell you, if you look at the people running the league, Unduka, Saliu Abubakar, then Shehu Diko, these are eggs in sports administration.
So is it like
these are my friends? These are people that know what it is and people that you cannot compromise.
So will they also touch on, or we hope that it will affect viewership? The fans will always go to the stadium and watch. That's how clubs also.
Yeah, see, that's what you see. What we did in Warri last season, we had issues of crowd violence and all the stuff. So in pre-season, we were able to sit the fans down and make them understand the theatrics, make them understand the sanctions, make them understand that why they need to, even if Warri was losing 10-0 at home, just keep supporting them and do not do anything that will make them take Warri out of this place, because at the end of the day, the government might just be upset and say, listen, this is the end of Warri Wolves. We drove that sentiment into their faculty, and by God's grace, there was no single incident in Warri. Imagine drawing 6 matches at home and losing 1 match at home at a very critical period without any incident. I think Warri Wolves should be commended. And a few clubs like that, even Sunshine should be commended. Atland, losing 3 matches at home, should be commended. Rangers, Eyimba, all these are clubs that have TV coverage and TV followership. I can say, for example, I will not congratulate Kano Pillars. Personally, I can say that.
Why?
No, because, I mean, for the reasons I've adduced. They've done very well. I respect the club. I respect anybody that spends money on club and they spend money on their club. But winning must not come at all cost. That is what I'm saying. Winning must not come at all cost. We see a lot of dirty things in the league. But for us to make an impact, for us to have a tomorrow, for us to build what Megeri is doing right now, build on what the president of NFF is doing right now, we must be sincere and must come out with an objective mind. Our mind must be scientific. What is science? Science is that which is observable. This is red. Let us call it red.
Because if Super Eagles can play their match in Kano,
in Kaduna,
and it was being live, why shouldn't...
No, because we are saying this now. I'm telling you, if there is insecurity in the north, it is not, and we sympathize with them. We are not happy about it. It's a one united Nigeria. I've always preached unity in this country. I love Nigeria. I don't have any other. I'm proudly Nigerian. I am. I love this country more than anything else. And I'm saying it. We sympathize with them. To me, it's just a phase in our politics. We overcome it. At the point we had in the Niger Delta, you know, unrest and all those stuff, militancy, but today is gone. Today is in the north, by God's grace. Tomorrow it will go. It's just a phase. So we sympathize and empathize possibly with them and say how we can address it. But at the moment, as it is now, it is not a very safe haven for people to go to and play football. Because what about if you are coming on those deserted roads? Anything happen to a Warriors, to a Sharks, to one of those teams? And because these people, what they are looking for is attention.
Wow.